Welcome to the Real American Road Trips podcast series from iCast 24 in Orlando, Florida. On this episode, I sit down with the man who invented the Load Lyte. Check it out. You know, when you're down here at iCast, it's always cool to see the new products that come out. You got your new lures, things in the industry. But to me, one of the best ones that I've seen so far is this product from Kelly Boone and the guys over at Load Lyte. It is the best way I can describe it. It is a tool for those of you who cannot back a boat in properly to the right depth and everything. So tell me how you got the idea to come up with this.
Well, basically it was like anything, born out of necessity.
Yeah.
Me and my buddy that I fish tournaments with constantly hollering back and forth at each other on the boat ramp because he has a dual axle Skeeter and I got a single axle Triton. So he's always punching my trailer too deep in the water.
Right.
And it just, one evening we're hollering back and forth and I'm in my mid-50s and I'm thinking, why the heck hasn't somebody come up with something ...
Right.
And then I came up with this idea and made the prototype that I stuck on my trailer. Worked wonderfully, and here we are today.
Here we are. So I'm going to try to describe it. You correct me if I'm wrong, if I say anything incorrect about it. So what it is, it's an LED light that mounts on your trailer.
That's correct.
It shows one way towards the driver, one way towards the boater that's
Exactly.
out there.
That's correct.
And it has a float switch. And once your trailer is at the perfect depth,
Yep, right at the
to
sweet
load
spot.
up the sweet spot,
Yeah.
that light kicks on, letting both guys know
Exactly.
it's right there. And thus we eliminate all the fussing
Right.
and all the yelling that comes
that's
across
what we
you.
ended up with the slug line for it was don't fight Load Lyte.
Don't fight Load Lyte.
Because, I mean, can you imagine how much you've got a friend or a significant other backing your trailer into the water.
Yeah.
You got 50 people up there waiting. Everybody gets nervous, whatever. That kind of stuff happens. This will ease a lot of tensions. When they're backing in, all they got to do is look for that light. When the light comes on, they hit the brakes. The people in the boat can see it. They shoot right up onto the trailer, and out you go just like pros.
So what you're doing is you're saving marriages and friendships.
That's exactly right.
It is great. It's the convenience and everything, but you're saving relationships, and that's what it's all about, right?
I'm just here to solve all the world's ills.
Listen, so let me get this thing right here. So as you can see, this is your light right here. It's solar powered.
Correct.
Solar powered.
Correct.
And the cool thing about this is only 2 screws.
That's it.
Once you get it in place, and there's something in the box that kind of shows you how to do that.
That is correct.
2 screws and that's it.
That's absolutely
No wiring, no maintenance, no anything like that. And if you guys want to see the light, I'm going to turn the switch a little bit, and look how bright that light is. And that light goes both ways like that. So it's on both sides. So you can't miss it even in the daylight.
That is correct. That is correct.
So to me, though, like I said, we see a lot of great products come out. But there's not too many that are like new. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything is kind of like a recreation of something else. So they say there's nothing new under the sun, but there actually is.
There is, yes.
At iCast. So the Load Lyte. Now, where can people start trying to find these things?
That's what we're here for.
That's what you're trying to make those connections.
And we've made several contacts already, and it's looking very promising.
Well, good. I'll tell you, hey,
Very pleased. Thank you.
Fish North Georgia will be another contact because I told you we see this all the time on our boat ramps, on our lakes, back and forth, back and forth. Guys going, come up, come back, come up, come back. You got this right here. It's settled.
That's exactly right.
I don't think anybody I've ever noticed anybody that doesn't know a story of sitting at the dock and hearing 2 people just hollering. Like,
we all
you'll never guess what I heard at the dock today. It's like, oh, people yelling, like, oh man, he was mad.
Yeah,
and
we've all seen it. I had one of the friends that I worked with the guy for 30 years. He had to sell us a boat twice because he and the wife fought so badly over that issue. And a couple of years ago by, he'd buy another boat.
Right. Yeah.
6 months, a year go by, and he'd have to sell that boat because the 2 of them would just fight like cats and dogs.
Got to save that marriage.
How long did that take you to develop that product? It seems fairly simple, but at the same time, really like genius.
Well, the reality is, I created the first one back in 2019. I made it simply out of a duplex box. You put a wall switch in your house. Put
like Home Depot parts.
Right. Yes, exactly.
Very
right.
cool.
That's right. And then I decided to upgrade it, make something that looked a little bit nicer. And I took it into the shop where I've worked for 40 years, and I'm messing around with it. And somebody come over and asked us, "Hey, what do you got there?" I told them what it was, and they said, "That's a damn good idea."
It's a damn
And
good idea.
Yes.
That's all I keep hearing. That's all I've heard ever since. And we applied for the patent. I presented it to the folks that I've worked for 40 years, and we got patent lawyers involved. We have the patent. 11,505,118 is the patent number. And if you
go check it if you don't believe him.
Yeah, and if you look it up, my smiling name will be right next to it.
There you go. I like that.
I'm the inventor and the creator. So
I think it's awesome. And I tell you what, I don't know what the voters voted for in there, but as far as the Real American Road Trip in Fish, North Georgia, this is the best to show at iCast out here. Of all the products I've seen, by far the best.
It is indeed a unicorn. I've been tournament fishing and stuff like that since I was 15, 16 years old. I fish over 200 days a year as a general rule. Because the wife and I had a discussion when we got married. I said, I've been doing this a long time before I met you, and I'll be doing it a long time after you're gone. So
set them priorities.
But as much as I fish, when she says we're doing this, we do that.
You have to do it.
Absolutely.
Yes, you have to.
She has been a blessing in my life.
Yeah.
It brought me 2 wonderful children that I love dearly.
That's awesome.
Excellent.
That's awesome. So you got, listen, great product, great story and all that. And I'm glad I got to meet you down here, man. Seriously.
I met you as well.
Absolutely. Best of luck with this.
Thank you very much.